I am going to teach you how to do solution compositions: molarity, mass percent, mole fraction, and molality. Molarity is moles of solute per liters of solution. Mass percent is moles of solute per mass of solution times by 100%. Mole fraction is moles of whatever you're trying to figure out when they give you, divided by total moles of solution. And then molality is the moles of solute per kilograms of solvent. A solution is prepared by mixing 5 grams of ethanol with 50 grams of water to give a final volume of 55 milliliters. Calculate the molarity, mass percent, mole fraction, and molality of ethanol in this solution. Now I'm going to go through the step-by-step process for each solution composition. Molarity is moles of solute per liters of solution. So first we have to figure out the moles of ethanol. So moles ethanol is C2H5O. We take the atomic mass, which is already known, 46.07 grams per mole. Now, we know we have 5 grams of ethanol times by gram per mole, so 1 mole of ethanol over 46.07 grams. This gives us 1.09 times by 10 to the negative 1 moles of ethanol. Now we're going to find the liters of solution. So it's given that we have 55 milliliters, and there is 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter, which gives us 5.5 times 10 to the negative 2 liters solution. Now we take the whole problem as it is. Molarity is mole of solute over liters of solution. So we have molarity equals 1.09 times by 10 to the negative 1 moles of ethanol, which is C2H5OH over liters of solution, which is 5.50 times 10 to the negative 2 liters. The molarity of ethanol equals 1.98. So that's the whole problem, to figure out the molarity of ethanol. Now I'll move on to mass percent. So it's the mass of solute over mass of the solution. The mass of solute is ethanol, which is 5 grams over the mass of solution, which is 50 grams of water plus 5 grams of ethanol. Times by 100%. Then you add up the grams of water with the grams of ethanol. You get 55. So 5 divided by 55 and then you times by 100 will give you the mass percent. Of 9.09% of ethanol in this solution. It's pretty simple once you work out all the steps. Simple math. Now I move on to mole fraction, which is moles of ethanol, because ethanol is what we're finding, over total moles of solution. So we have first, let's figure out, though, how many moles of water there are, since we only know the moles of ethanol. We have 50 grams of water. We're timesing that by 1 mole over 18 grams of water, since that's the atomic mass. Solve this out, and we get 2.78 moles of water. Now, the mole fraction will be moles of ethanol, 1.09 times 10 to the negative 1 over total moles of solution, which is 1.09 times 10 to the negative 1 moles of ethanol plus the 2.78 moles of water. And these are in moles, both of these. Solve this out. First, I would recommend adding the two bottoms together, and then you divide the top from the bottom.
Are you done?
Fine. Giving you 3.77 times 10 to the negative 2 as the answer for mole fraction. Last step is molality, which is moles of solute over a kilogram of solvent. We already know the moles of our solute. Now we just have to figure out the kilogram of our solvent, which is the water. We have 50 grams of water, and for every 1 kilogram there is 1,000 grams. So this gives us 0.05 kilograms of water. The molality equation will then be moles of ethanol, 1.09 times 10 to the negative 1 solvent, 0.05 kilograms H2O, giving us a molality of 2.18, small one. And that's all there is to it. No more steps. It's pretty simple once you get used to it. Just remember the original equations that were given in the beginning. Follow the steps through and you'll get your answers just as easily. Sure, this will help you. Thank you for your time.